We are at Vacuums and Video Games in Ohio, which is where we're going to be going around looking for Super Nintendo games in this video. So let's get inside and see what they have. This is a store that Cody and I have heard so much about from various people, not only other store owners in the area, but people that follow Cody on Twitch or watch my videos here on YouTube. Everyone says we have to check out Vacuums and Video Games, so we're super excited. This place is insane. That's one that we need right there, but we need it complete. Same with that one. It's got like every heavy hitter. There's 3 Ninjas, Rex Ronin. We need those, but they are loose, unfortunately. Man, this is crazy. But look at all these. I'm sure we can find something. There has to be at least one. The Rap Jam right here.
Where is it?
Right in front. Yeah. It's the only one I see so far, but definitely keep looking. I have a short list. They have a few more on the counter here, and then he said there's some stuff right back here as well. Cool. We did find one out of the stuff here. I'm sure they're going to have pretty much every cartridge that we need, but as far as box goes, this is the only one so far. They have a pretty big selection of Super Nintendo games here, so I'm quite surprised that the only one we need is Rap Jam, which is a fairly uncommon game. Haven't seen it before this in the box, so of course we have to pick it up. This Game Boy cabinet here is absolutely gorgeous. This is definitely giving me some ideas for our new store. The way that they have these Game Boys displayed just looks so cool. The boxed games in here. This is amazing. Shantae with the instruction manual. He also brought out some manuals for me to look through, so I'll do that and see if there's anything we need. Very cool comic book. They just have so much awesome stuff everywhere in here. The store is so cool. And it's big too. Tall ceilings, stuff everywhere. Love to look through. Super, super cool. Big Halo standee here. Got some graded Pokemon cards. That Magikarp's really cool. Ooh. Those are some nice ones. Holy crap. Those are spendy. I just noticed this. This top shelf.
Stop hacking.
So many Super Nintendos.
Alright, what do we look at?
So I did find a bunch of cartridges that we needed, including Realm, which is pretty hard to find. And then got some other box stuff, a few games for the store and everything. What's up?
Can I get that game for you, sir?
Do it.
Let me see what the total is first.
Do it.
So that first stop was incredible. We each got so much stuff there. And now we are at Gameswap. Their open sign is not on, but the door is unlocked, so we're going in. First find right when I want the Super Nintendo storage cabinet in the box. And of course, gotta get the Super set over there. Well, I'm not picking that up, but I am getting that one. This place is also massive, and they have a ton of arcade machines, which is super cool. It's not just a video game store, but they also have a bunch of movies. Look at all these Nintendo cabinets. That is so cool. And Tales from the Crypt. Look at all these Game Boy games. Ooh, Ninja Gaiden Shadow. It's not hard to find one. Where's the Super Nintendo at, though? Oh, here we go. What do we have? Final Fantasy, Mystic Quest, ActRaiser, R-Type, Donkey Kong, Scooby-Doo, Flintstones, Wayne's World. Dang, nothing that we need out of this stuff here. They do have some cartridges, though. We picked up a bunch at that last store, but I'm sure they have a couple more we might need. And then hopefully they have some manuals we can look at as well. So at this stop, we got the Super Nintendo storage drawer, which is awesome. We got some Game Boy games here, pretty cool stuff. And then just a couple other things for the store as well. But that was fantastic price. And yeah, the store's awesome. That last stop was also awesome. We're having a lot of luck here in Ohio. And now we are at Game Runners. Video games, comics, and toys. All right, we have some cartridges in here. We need that Power Ranger one back there, but it's got a big rip on it. Some more in there. He said there's some cheaper stuff out on the floor as well, so we'll go look there. We also need Tetris Dr. Mario, but also got a rip. And then looks like we just have a couple complete in box ones here. Got more down here mixed with the N64. But yeah, I think nothing that we need. A few more out here on the shelf. Mostly sports games, but there's some other stuff mixed in. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, nothing out here for us, but this store, like all the other ones so far, is pretty awesome. It is huge, once again. They have a bunch of movies, toys, video games. They even have a bunch of CDs. That's cool. Yeah, but there's just stuff everywhere. Bunch of, what are these, model kits? It's cool. Yeah, this place is pretty big. There it is. Tons of Ninja Turtle and He-Man stuff. That's crazy, the amount of stuff. Oh hey, Cody, your favorite thing.
What up?
Hero Clicks.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
They got a whole bunch of them. They got Hot Wheels. They got comic books and all sorts of stuff. So unfortunately, I didn't find anything at that last place. Cody got one copy of Wall Street Kid, and now we're at No Limit Gaming. Trading cards, video games, collectibles, and this store looks like they have a Twitch account. So maybe Cody will make a new friend. So they have a few boxed Super Nintendo. Got Maximum Carnage, Soul Blazer, it's a good one. And then got some good stuff in here as well. Just unfortunately nothing that we need, but always good to see. Got some good cartridge stuff up here as well. And they have a bunch down here. I'm gonna look through and see if they have any cartridges that we need, but nothing's like jumping out at me yet. This store is also pretty big. We got glass cases up here with games. And then as you can see, huge store. Streaming setups over here, lots of play area, bunch of aisles. Cool stuff. I think this is one of the stores I stopped at last time I was here. And I remember it being pretty good then as well. Looks like they have a tub of manuals in here as well, which I definitely have to look through. They tried to hide it from me, but I can see that Super Scope back there. At our last stop, got a few games for the store, but nothing Super Nintendo related. So now we are at Epic Loot Games, and hopefully we can find something. More of a card store, I think, but we were told that they do have video games. A card and board game spot. They got some play area over here, but then this whole corner is all video games. Don't worry guys, we found one. Here is the rest of the Super Nintendo stuff. Looking for anything that we need. And I don't see anything. For being a SNES Quest video, we're not really finding a lot of Super Nintendo games. So I'm grabbing this one. I think it's probably gonna be a condition upgrade over mine, and I'll sell the other one at the store. And then he's bringing some manuals for me to look at. So this test drive to the Duel game here, for some reason, I thought that I already had this, and I'm talking about it in the video as if it might just be a condition upgrade. But it turns out this game was actually on the list of games that I did not have. So I'm lucky that I picked it up because it's one that we actually needed. Mostly 64 though. Yeah. Oh, we found the Super Nintendo one. Okay, how much for this? So after a very long drive, about an hour, we are at Play It Games, Movies, and Music. And they have a sweet Metallica poster in the window. Place is pretty cool.
Yeah. Real episode of Pawn Stars going on.
Yeah, I can do that.
Awesome. For Last Action, you said?
Yeah. Which one was it?
Right here. We got Super Nintendo over here. Only a few boxed ones. A couple more hiding down right here as well. Got some cartridges. Oh, There's even a few more down here. Goof Troop, Choplifter. That Michael Jordan game is pretty uncommon. There are a few more Super Nintendo out here, but also not ones that we need, unfortunately.
Yay.
Here is Cody's haul. Oh my god.
All 5 bags.
Hell yeah. Thank you much.
That's a lot of stuff. And I have all of this that's stacked up here, plus a lot more behind the counter. Got those 2 stacks. I'll be right back. Do you guys see it?
Super scope.
So we just left that place after being here for like 3.5 hours. We loaded up. All these white bags are from them, and they go all the way back. There's so much stuff, but I'm thinking that we will take these into the hotel room, and I can show you guys everything because there's no way I'm just going through it like this. We'll lay it all out on the table or something at the hotel and show you guys. But this place is awesome, and tomorrow, that guy's working at one of their other locations, and he said he'll hook us up the same way. So we'll be getting some more stuff tomorrow. Last stop of today is Game On. And then we're gonna be going back to the hotel, do it all over again tomorrow. They have a few boxed Super Nintendo, Excalibur, Uncharted Waters, Demolition Man, and Star Fox. And then decent amount of cartridges here. Ooh, Harvest Moon, Contra. But yeah, we gotta see if we need any cartridges, but we do have these boxed games already. We got some awesome statues in here. Got Mario, got the little Fallout guy. And some signs up front as well. Got the Nintendo sign way over there. Cody, there's pop figures. I know you love them. Gauntlet Legends Arcade. Super cool. And a Wii U kiosk. This is a interesting one, different than the one I have. All the stores here in Ohio are really big. I'm so jealous. No, but what'd you get?
The guy reporting my credit card. What's up? I got Wall Street Kid.
Another one.
CIB in box.
You know we got a lot of stuff when we need one of these things to bring it into the hotel room. We are in the hotel. And this is all the stuff that Cody picked up today.
Only 2 Wall Street Kids.
Only 2 Wall Street Kids? Well, you got a complete in box one.
Yeah, it was a pretty good haul. Our best was that Play It spot where we got a lot of this for like half off. It's
Yeah.
kind of insane. But probably the most significant pickup is probably this guy, Demi Kid's Light version, and it's in super good shape and it's complete in box.
Nice. So as you guys know, he's been buying stuff for viewers that are watching on Twitch live, but he's also getting some stuff for his stores and everything. So that's what he picked up, and this is what I picked up. And a lot of this is for the store, and this is a Super Nintendo hunting video. So I'm gonna kind of just highlight that stuff, but got some PS1, Dreamcast, PS3, and GameCube here. And then I got that Super Nintendo storage system, which is very, very cool. Super happy about that. I got a bunch of really good NES games here for the store, with the most notable one being the Panic Restaurant, which is super cool. But there's also Contra Force and Power Blade and Shatterhand and lots of good stuff. Got a couple loose Genesis games, some original DS games there, a couple Wii U, and then some PS2. I know I'm going kind of quick, but I really just want to focus on the Super Nintendo stuff. Got some 3DS in there and some Nintendo Wii, and then some cheaper, like filler NES games, but still lots of good uncommon titles. And then coming back down here, got some Game Boy stuff, and all of these Game Boy things, except for this, is for my collection, so it's pretty cool. Got some loose cartridges here. I also picked up a Demi Kids, but it's a loose one. And then some 3DS games, including a bunch of, where are they? A bunch of the not for resale cartridges, which those ones are for my collection. We got a bunch of these 1980 Pac-Man. They're from 1980. They're little Pac-Man keychains. There's a bunch of those. And then Super Nintendo, what we're all here for. So these stacks back here are all for the store. So these ones are all ones that we're going to be selling. And Super Nintendo is just so hard to keep in stock. So it's gonna be really nice to have all of this stuff going into the inventory. And I'm saving everything that I'm buying on this road trip for my new store when we move our location to the bigger spot. These are the higher end Super Nintendo games that I picked up to sell. Once again, some pretty cool stuff. Sink or Swim, very uncommon game. And then also I got that Final Fight Guy, which is one of the games I need complete, but I don't collect card only, so this is for sale. But look how mint that is. It is so beautiful. And then finishing off with those. And then I only got 3 boxed Super Nintendo games today. This is the only one that is for the collection. I do believe that this one is going to be a very nice condition upgrade because it's super mint, but I do already have this game, and this one, of course, we already have. And then these are the cartridges I got today that are going into the collection. These are for boxes that we already have. So we have box only or box and manual, and we just needed these to complete them. So very happy about the gray cart of Maximum Carnage, and then Realm, which is a pretty hard to find game. I still need a manual for that one though. Player's Choice SimCity, Justice League. So hoping for more for the collection tomorrow. And then of course, I was forced to buy a Twilight DVD.
We snuck it into his stack when he wasn't looking.
Yeah, I had to pay $4 for this piece of garbage. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another location of Play It, Games, Movies, and Music. I forgot the microphone thing at the hotel, so we're going no mic today, which maybe makes it a little bit easier for me to film, but it's probably not going to sound quite as good. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we're probably going to get a lot of stuff here because the same guy from yesterday is working here today. Let's go. So in the Super Nintendo stuff here, got some good ones. Art of Fighting, Spectre, Pitfall, Clay Fighter 2, and then the more rare ones are not front-facing. Battletoads, Double Dragon, Itchy Scratchy, and UN Squadron. I think we might actually need Battletoads. I'll have to check the list. So unfortunately, we don't need any of these boxed ones at least, but they do have cartridges here, which I will look through. And sounds like, unfortunately, the employee kind of got chewed out by the owner after giving us all the deals yesterday. So we're just looking at standard shopping for now. They do have a few more boxed ones back here, but more common stuff. Actually don't see Extra Innings super often, but we do already have it. But they have a lot of cartridges here to look through, just like the last stop. So I will hopefully find at least 1 or 2 that we need. I'm seeing a lot of games that we picked up earlier on the trip that I could have gotten cheaper, like Lethal Weapon, since we got it for, basically half off yesterday. But I bought that earlier when we were in Oregon, so I'm gonna keep looking around. I'm sure we'll find something. I went through every single game here, and there's not a single cartridge that is on the list. Just picked up 3 3DS games for the collection at that stop. On to the next. After a short drive, well, we are at Warp Zone. We got some box Super Nintendo in here. The only one that we need here is Blues Brothers. I do have a deal, a semi-deal in place with someone to get this game already, but this is the SNES Quest video, and we gotta get it. They also have a clean looking Mario RPG. Place is pretty cool. That's signed. Signed by the Dolphin? Whoa. Captain America. Madden Football. Yes, finally.
What is it?
We need that one.
Nice.
I have not seen that at any other store.
Alright, let's start with 3DS.
Power Pigs.
Aww.
That's a hard to find game. Well, at the very minimum, we have gotten a cartridge and a box game here that we needed. So that is already better than most stops. So here's what I picked up for the collection. We got a couple manuals we needed, and then a cartridge, American Gladiators. We've been looking for this the whole trip. And then we got the complete copy of Blues Brothers. I did also find a few other things for the store in here. Some pretty cool stuff. Lots of good. Super cool Game & Watch. And then a couple Game Boy games. So we're gonna continue on to the next spot. There are a few games on my list of games that I still need for the Super Nintendo set that I've seen quite a few times, and I just have to pass on them based either on condition or price. But Blues Brothers is one that I have not seen at all, so I'm very happy to have found this because for whatever reason, this game is really hard to find. Here we are in a mall, and we're at Level 1 Games, and they have Master Chief. Ooh, that's a perfect spot for him. Right off the bat, got some games in here. Here's the boxed ones. Nothing on the list, but they do have a lot of cartridges. And, ooh, is this a factory sealed F-Zero? We got some good cartridges. Musia, pretty uncommon. Magic Sword. Prince of Persia 2. Alright, let's look through. I don't see a super set, but they have the control deck. So, here with the owner of Level 1 Games, and you said you have a YouTube channel as well.
Yes, sir. L1 Games on YouTube. Been on YouTube since 2007.
Awesome.
So I have quite a few videos up there, and definitely something worth checking out.
Awesome. We'll try to remember to put a link down below so everyone can check it out.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for having an awesome store and having it be nice and organized and having some cool stuff for us.
I try to keep it super organized. I always say if I wouldn't put it in my collection, I won't put it on the wall, you know?
It's good philosophy because it looks great in here.
Super Scope.
Super Scope. There it is.
The weird Ohio trend we've noticed.
So we did find one Super Nintendo game here, but it's for the store. We already have this one. Then we got the GameCube memory card, a couple N64 games, and Bug Bubble, and X-Men Children of the Atom. This one I was picking up for my friend Kyle because he's really close to the full set, but I didn't notice till after that it's a little messed up, so he may not want it. If he doesn't, then I'll just sell it at the store. We are at Forever Games, and Matt just beat us here, and he brought 4 Super Nintendo games that I need. What a nice guy. Forever Games is owned by my buddy Matt, and you may have seen him in some previous videos. We bought some stuff from him at the Southeast Game Exchange. He has 2 locations, but unfortunately we only have time to stop at one of them, which is our original spot here. And he brought a few games that I needed for my set, which is really cool because this is the most we have found at any single stop on this road trip. Man, look at all the N64 games and Super Nintendo here. Sure we'll find a couple cartridges that we need. So nicely organized and clean. Nice big open area. Store might be a little bit small, but it's awesome and packed with good stuff. This is a pretty rare console to see, especially in box. That's super cool. They have so many Super Nintendo manuals though. So we were actually able to find 2, plus Wizard of Oz poster, and 1 cartridge that we needed. Pikachu. Pikachu. That sign is incredible.
Yeah.
Same with the Kirby, and this N64 sign, and all of this stuff, and everything else in this room. Basically, right?
Yeah, really. We got one of these.
This Sega cabinet is the one that Ryan is looking for, and he's like, if you find one, I don't care if it's in Ohio, I'll come and pick it up.
It's crazy.
And he just has 2 of them here.
We found like 10 of them. I mean, obviously nobody's trying to sell
No
them.
one's selling them.
I had no idea it was so common. I hadn't seen it till this trip.
The
the
first
Mario
thing I bought of
RPG.
these is this one, and I bought it in a flea market in 2016, maybe 2015. The guy had it for $600, and he was like no one's ever gonna pay this price, is what he thought in his mind. And he said 600, and I was like, I'll take it. And at that time, that was a lot of money. Like normally they go for like $500 at max, and so I was like, but I wanted it, and it was $600, so I bought it, took it home, and then I got like 6 messages. Did you buy that Sega? That's been there forever. It was at one of the flea markets down in Southern Ohio forever, at some guy's booth, and he said 600, and I was like, I'll take it.
That's so cool.
I was very happy to get it back then, and then over time I've gotten more. When I sold to a friend.
Look at that banner over there.
The Kirby block ball, yep.
That's so cool. So we're getting the 4, the 2 manuals, the poster, some precautions booklets, and that is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Thanks for bringing them in, because I know that you didn't have them here.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. We just made it to Game Cycle here in Springfield, Ohio. This is owned by my buddy Eric, I've been here before, filmed a lot, and this place is pretty cool. So hopefully he has some stuff that we need. Otherwise, I think we're gonna be buying a lot of stuff for the store. Got lots of boxed consoles. And there's a control set. I do have that one already, but it's a little buried. That's cool though. And check out that one. Look at that, and Robocop vs. Terminator. Looks like there's some Super Nintendo mixed in here. 7 Saga. Nothing that we need, unfortunately. Look at this box he just brought out for us. Heck yeah. Oh my god, this poor box. Cody, this poor box.
Oh no.
Gunstar.
Gunstar Sonic 3D Blast.
They have an insane amount of console boxes just going all the way around. And there's more Super Nintendos. A bunch.
Most of these are empty.
They got the whole arcade, all the pinball machines, Godzilla one, that's super cool. Street Fighter 2, oh my god. We're seeing more of these Nintendo cabinets. And then look at this. This place is just so freaking cool. Oh, I love the links. Look at these turtles. It's so cool. This place is really, really big. Got lots of awesome stuff. Oh, we'll go look at the back room. I haven't even looked out here at all yet, though.
The back room.
Oh my god. The amount of 3DS with cases that you have is insane.
DS. At one point in time, this was filled to the bottom with nothing but case DS. And then somebody thought it'd be a good idea to sell to another wholesaler guy and sold them all for 60% without telling me. And I came into that the next morning and was like, you should have seen my look. I'm like, where'd my DS section go? And Danny's like, there's a whole lot of cash for you in there. And it was mostly filler stuff, so it was okay.
I guess that answers my question. I was gonna ask.
There was a lot of shovelware.
If you're looking to get rid of a lot of shovelware, I was gonna offer, like 50, but never mind. If you don't want to do that, we could certainly use it.
What do you consider shovelware on DS? That's the problem.
I mean, the best of it would probably be Lego games, but that.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that. If it's under $15, then
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
So we're about to head out from this stop, but I wanted to show you guys what we got because it's not enough to take it back to the hotel and show you. 3DS games are for the collection, and then the rest of the games in here. Oh my god! What is this?
What's the matter?
What is this?
Why?
That's what I'm asking. Anyway, got GameCube here.
Oh, I do need to pull your DVD.
Got some NES games. Awesome stuff here. Another Tommy Hilfiger Game Boy. We have some original Game Boy games. N64 helping Kyle finish his set. He needed these 3. So the only 2 he needs left is Olympic Hockey 98 and Super Bowling. Got one manual that I needed, a bunch of precautions booklets, and this cool little Nintendo brochure thing. Couple GameCube holders here, and then we have more Super Nintendo cartridges. Nothing that I needed for my set, so these are all for the store. But Eric is awesome. He's hooking up the deals, so come check out Game Cycle if you are in Springfield, Ohio, right?
Yes, please.
Before this road trip, I ended up selling my entire Sega Dreamcast collection to Cody to fund this road trip for myself. And he obviously bought the collection before the road trip, and I got paid before the road trip, and I had absolutely no intention of spending any of that money on anything other than the trip until I saw this on Facebook. And so I couldn't help myself, and I had to snag it, and it is right here. This is the Maximum Carnage limited edition, which I've heard was exclusive to the QVC shopping channel. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've seen that referenced in multiple different places online. This thing is incredibly rare though. I have had a saved search for this on eBay for like 3 or 4 years, and I have never seen a single one pop up. There are a couple Genesis ones that are currently listed, and I've seen Genesis ones come and go throughout the years, but I've never seen the Super Nintendo version. And so when I saw this on Facebook, I was kind of freaking out. I was so lucky that I jumped on it right away, because after buying this one for $1,500, I then saw another one posted on Facebook for $2,800. Granted, the box wasn't kind of crushed a little bit like this one, but still, there were so many comments on that second listing saying, man, this is such a great price. I wish I had the money right now, blah, blah, blah. So I think that I got a great deal on this, and I am super, super happy to have this in my Super Nintendo collection now, because it's just so incredibly rare, and there aren't that many limited edition games for the Super Nintendo, right? There's like Earthbound and Mario Paint and stuff like that, but those are just kind of big boxes because they had to be, I guess. But this is an actual special edition where the normal copy of the game does not come in a gigantic box. So very, very happy to have this in my collection. Next stop, Champion City Video Games. Hopefully we can find some more Super Nintendo. And I think after this, we just have one other stop tonight, or is there gonna be more? We have this one and then Nightmares.
Yeah, Nightmares.
All right, Champion City and then Nightmares and Video Games. This place is pretty fancy looking in here. There's a lot of people playing games and stuff over there, which I don't want to film them, so we'll just film over here, but here's a little overview of the store. Pretty sweet. Now we gotta find Super Nintendo. Where's it at? Is there a Super Nintendo over there?
Yep. Not boxed though.
Oh no. We got 64.
I think
got
the were box ones.
Sega Genesis.
Do you need Wheel of Fortune?
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That is so much Super Nintendo. That's crazy. They have Doom and Wheel of Fortune, which we do not need, but I feel like Wheel of Fortune for $10 is a pretty good deal if you need it. And they got Pokemon games. Ooh. Dracula X, Ninja Gaiden Trilogy, Super Turrican 2, Demon's Crest, Kirby 3 Man 3, SWAT Cats, Soul Blazer. There's some pretty sweet Super Nintendo games in here. I'm gonna look through here and see what we need, but we've gotten so many that there's very few we actually need left, and they're pretty uncommon titles. So I did find a bunch of cartridges here that I needed for the set, including the SimCity 2000, Prehistoric Man, Catcoma 9 Busyland, and Super Valis 4, which are all pretty hard to find because they're all in really good shape too. So we're down to only needing 10 cartridges for what we have. Last stop for tonight is Nightmares and Video Games. I love their logo. That is so cool.
Most unique game store so far.
Yeah.
Behind Vacuums and Video Games.
Yeah, it doesn't quite beat out Vacuums, but Nightmares, pretty unique. So hopefully we can find some awesome stuff in here. They have one box game, Speedy Gonzales. Seen that like 5 or 6 times on this road trip. But looks like they have a decent number of cartridges here, and we only have 10 left. So hopefully they have something that we need. Unfortunately, no cartridges that we need, but they do have a control set. And you know, every store we go to, I gotta show you all the Super Nintendo stuff. I guess I can show you these two. So our actual last stop for today is right over here at Texas Day, Brazil. But we're not gonna film that. But we have a few more stops tomorrow, and hopefully we can find at least a couple more things on the list. Good morning, guys. It is our last day on this road trip, last day in Ohio. And we only have a few stops today because we do have a flight later, but for now we are at Capital Games. And hopefully they'll let me film in here. This place is pretty awesome. They have the Mario statue, Xbox kiosk, the Metroid statue, which is really, really rare. That is amazing. And look, it's a big store too. I see the Metal Gear statue down there. And this is super cool. But right here, we have a bunch of more high-end Super Nintendo games, and we have a price sheet right here. So we're gonna look through and see if they have the last few that we need for cartridges. But looks like they have just about everything. All pretty good titles in here. So let's see what they have for us. Lots of handhelds, including Pikachu and SpongeBob. You gotta find the boxed games though. Here's another Sega cabinet.
I know, they're everywhere.
Here's the snake statue. Wow, big GameCube selection. Pop figures. Oh, sweet. Conker plush. Are these Nintendo suspenders? So these are all the boxed ones that they have in store, unfortunately. We do need some stuff for SimCity 2000. We do have a box already, but that one looks pretty good. So I might see what the price is, and maybe it's worth just buying it if it's complete. All right, so we just left. Ended up finding two things. We got the Capcom Soccer Shootout, which was a cartridge that we needed. And then we only needed the manual for SimCity 2000, but this is a good price, it's complete, and it's in really good shape. And, you know, probably a box upgrade, and I finally have the fully complete version, so I'm counting it. This road trip has been an absolute blast. I love hanging out with my friend Cody. Once again, follow him on Twitch and check out his store, Pink Gorilla Games. There will be a link down below. But man, I cannot wait till the next road trip. Who knows when that will be? And at this point, I don't even know what the next SNES Quest video is going to be, because as of right now, I don't have any plans. We don't have any road trips planned. We don't have any conventions planned. So who knows? We'll see where it goes. But we're getting closer to finishing the full complete in box North American library, and I can't wait. I love the Super Nintendo and I love collecting. So I've been having so much fun on this journey, and making these videos documenting this specific collection has been a lot of fun. So I hope that you guys have been enjoying them as well. After a 2-hour drive, we are at Video Game Connection. Oh, there's a step up. Dangerous. Well, this place is pretty cool. Got Zelda on the Play Choice 10 here. This is a very cool looking Neo Geo. Never seen one like that. Gauntlet. Sega CD Model 2. Awesome. And then up top here they have all these old school handheld games. Very cool. Got a lot of stuff packed in here.
Oh, look at that. This is your section.
Little ET banner. Ooh. We might need some stuff. So this whole thing is Super Nintendo. And then looks like we have some boxed ones down here. Mostly just sports games on those. Super Widget. And then they did have a couple more over here, including SOS, which very, very rare, hard to find game. So Math Blaster, we might want to look at that. We just need the poster, but if it's in there, maybe we'll get it complete. Did find a manual that I needed, which is super cool. And then I got a few cartridges for the store, nothing too crazy, but it's raining, so we're going to the next spot. Every store on this road trip that has had manuals that were for sale, I have looked through, and it's taken this long to find a Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4 instruction manual for Super Nintendo. Out of the like 4 or 5 manuals that they had here, this just so happened to be the only one that we needed, and I can't believe we finally found it. All right, guys, this is gonna be our last stop of the whole thing. We are at Video Game and Record Exchange. Wow, this store is just open. This looks pretty crazy. This place is pretty wide open. I like all the space. You can put a little half pipe in here. But they got games and stuff all over here. There's like CDs, movies, and the retro stuff is over here. Got a couple sun-faded Super Nintendo boxes. And then there's some cartridges here. And the guy asked if we're looking for anything specific. And I showed him my list, and he's like, well, we have thousands of box games and hundreds of manuals, so I guess he's going to the back to look. He took pictures of my list, and hopefully he brings out some awesome stuff for us. So we actually planned on having quite a bit more time to game hunt in the Cleveland, Ohio area, which is where our flight leaves from later today. Unfortunately, we ended up getting a little bit of a late start because it was an over 2-hour drive from our hotel to the Cleveland area, and we only ended up hitting a couple spots. We had 1 or 2 more we wanted to get to. Unfortunately, time just did not allow for that. Well, I think that's it for us. We're running a little bit late, so we had to be quick in that store, and they had tons of instruction manuals, and he pulled out 2 boxes of games for us to look at, but I didn't see anything that we needed, unfortunately. So that's pretty much it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.